Former Prime Ministers Sir John Key and Helen Clark have been rubbing shoulders with some of the most infamous names in world politics, taking a front row seat at China's military parade to mark 80 years since the end of the Second World War. The parade was overshadowed before it even began when Xi Jinping emerged alongside reclusive North Korean leader Kim Jong and Russia's Vladimir Putin in an unprecedented show of unity. The US president quick to accuse them of conspiring. Senior correspondent Lisette Raymer reports.
Three nuclear powers walking shoulder to shoulder together for the first time. The leaders of China, Russia and North Korea presenting as a trio of force, unafraid and ready to challenge the West. Leading a group of more than 20 high-profile guests through the heart of Beijing, they were joined by the man known as Europe's last dictator, the Belarusian president Alexander Lukashenko, as well as leaders from Iran and Myanmar. Following in behind, Helen Clark and John Key. Our former Prime Ministers joining the official photo, sharing a frame with some of the most powerful and controversial leaders in the world.
I think I would be weighing up, do I want to be there with India, a good friend of New Zealand, or China, a good trading partner of New Zealand? Maybe, but I'd be thinking pretty carefully about what I'd say if I ran across Vladimir Putin, because I wouldn't want to waste the chance.
The pair finding their place in the stands ahead of the spectacle and whispering among themselves as the Chinese president stepped up to the microphone and proclaimed his country unstoppable.
The Chinese nation is the great nation that is never intimidated by any bullies. Today, humanity again has to choose between peace and war.
80 years since the end of the Second World War. The world's largest active military with more than 2 million personnel presented itself for inspection. Tiananmen Square filled with the weapons of modern warfare. The square itself a symbol of communist power, the site of a deadly crackdown on protesters who 36 years ago rallied for democracy. Today, the tanks rolled in again, the superpower projecting its economic and military might across the globe, unveiling an ominous display of cutting-edge lethal weaponry, including laser weapons, giant underwater drones, and nuclear ballistic missiles capable of targeting the US. The message reaching its intended audience. Donald Trump writing to Xi on Truth Social mid-parade, "Please give my warmest regards to Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong as you conspire against the United States of America."
Xi Jinping is very much keen to send a clear message that China is the leader of the non-Western world.
The parade appearance was particularly significant for the reclusive North Korean leader who rarely travels. Famously averse to flying, Kim Jong arrived in Beijing on his moving fortress, an armoured train weighed down to a top speed of just 60 kilometres per hour. He was joined for the first time overseas by his teenage daughter, thought to be his heir apparent. His attendance binds together the newly formed trio. China has long been a friend of North Korea, but Kim Jong-un's relationship with Russia has grown closer with every day of war. Prior to his departure for Beijing, the North Korean leader even met with mourning families of soldiers killed in Ukraine, consoling the loved ones of those he sent to die alongside Putin's men. While the parade today ended in joyous celebrations and thousands of peace doves being released in Beijing, Russia simultaneously launched a major assault on Ukraine. It's unclear if formal trilateral talks will follow this public appearance, but the appearance alone declared the mission these men are now on. It's us against the world.